Hey, I'm Stan Stalnaker with Hub Culture, and we're at the second Bermuda Innovation Sprint here in beautiful Bermuda. Joining me now is David Shrier, founder of Visionary Future. Sounds like a very cool name. Let's hear what you're up to and have a chat about the Commonwealth, I think.
Absolutely.
What is Visionary Future, first of all?
Yeah, so Visionary Future is an advisory firm. So I and a team work with corporations and governments to help them better understand how to apply technology to drive change at scale.
That sounds like a really good idea because we're all trying to figure out how to drive change at scale.
Absolutely.
Is it working?
Well, we hope so. So one of our projects, for example, is putting together Oxford Fintech and Oxford Blockchain Strategy. These two classes together with their antecedents have now gone into over 130 countries and helped more than 15,000 entrepreneurs launch new businesses or develop new innovation projects. So
I'm a big fan of that project.
it's been a lot of fun, and we look forward to even more and greater new ideas around that in 2020. So we're going to be launching Oxford Cyber Futures, which is a new program around cybersecurity as opportunity rather than cybersecurity as fear.
Wow, that's cool.
I can't tell you much more than that, but at Davos I'll be able to speak a little bit more about cyber futures.
Okay. Let's talk about the Commonwealth. You have a Commonwealth project underway.
Absolutely. So one of the projects that we developed in 2019 was a Fintech policy toolkit for the Commonwealth.
That's great.
Absolutely. So the 53 member nations of the Commonwealth of Nations had a meeting a year ago, and the central bank governors said, we want to build greater capacity around fintech. We see all these fintechs are rising in our countries, and they're doing special kinds of lending, and they're driving financial inclusion, and they're creating digital identities, and they're launching these weird things called cryptocurrencies, and we need to understand what all of that stuff means. We need to understand what cybersecurity risk means in the context of a central bank and the stability of a financial system. We just need to get smarter about this, and we need to understand how we can use these technologies in the context of desired policy outcomes.
But this is interesting because it's not just one country. This is like a shared framework that all 40 some odd countries
53 countries.
53
46
countries.
central banks shared by 53 countries. Well, they're very, very different, right? So it ranges from Botswana to the United Kingdom. But they all share.
That could be a global framework for fintech.
It's 2.4 billion people.
Wow.
So you can get a third of the world's population moving in a harmonious direction if you get it right. So we're very excited about this.
What are the key objectives or policy prescriptions that you guys are advocating?
Well, so it's a toolkit. So the idea is each member nation or each central bank will have their policy objectives. And this now helps them figure out how to get there faster or better using fintech or engaging with fintech. So how to build an enabling ecosystem environment for fintechs. And so, for example, if one country has a major objective of greater financial inclusion, there are a lot of sub-policy objectives under that, like making...
That's our deadline.
Well, we can go a little longer.
All right. We got extra time, you guys. This is good.
We can back it up a little bit, but basically, so let's say that you have an overarching objective of greater financial inclusion. Within that, you might say, all right, we want AML KYC to be easier and faster and cheaper in our country. This is a major issue with inclusion because the cost of the average AML KYC, the cost of the average KYC could be anywhere between $13 and $130 US per person.
For a US bank today, I just heard this from a major bank, $200.
Yeah. So
crazy.
The numbers are astronomical. So if you've got an account where the average balance is $10 US, you cannot afford to KYC that customer.
And that's why they don't take poor people.
And so now they have something called de-risking, where they're excluding poor people because they literally can't afford to do business with them. So if you had a less expensive identity system that's shared, that's a utility, maybe not just in one country, but across multiple countries, like let's say the Commonwealth, now you have an opportunity to dramatically lower the cost of compliance. So those are some of the kinds of things that fintech could enable if your goal is greater financial inclusion.
That sounds really exciting. David Shrier, Visionary Future, thank you so much for joining us here in Bermuda.
Stan, thank you.
It's great always to have you. And I guess we'll see you in a very different environment in Davos in a few months.
We will see you in the cold winter of Davos.
Sounds good. I'm Stan Stalnaker with Hub Culture. Find more videos at hubculture.com.